Hello and welcome to this video on how to get your Visualize license installed and set up. Whether you're installing from scratch or needing to find your serial number and modify your current installation, we will head over to the SOLIDWORKS customer portal. If you haven't got SOLIDWORKS installed already, you'll need to download the installation files. Make sure that you select the correct version you want to install and find the latest service pack release. You need to agree to the terms and conditions and then hit download. In order to find your Visualize serial number, you need to click on My Products. Find your SOLIDWORKS Professional or Premium license and expand using the arrow on the left. If you are on subscription and have a Professional or Premium license, then you will have Visualize Standard included and will find this under the drop down from your license. Alternatively, if you have a Visualize Professional license, you'll find the serial number for this in the list of your products. Once you've found and copied the serial number, this will need to be entered in the SOLIDWORKS Installation Manager. If you're installing from scratch, you'll need to find the download file and run the setup.exe file from the downloaded folder. If you are modifying a previous installation, we'll need to head over to the control panel. In Control Panel, search Programs and then select Programs and Features. Scroll down the list of programs until you find SOLIDWORKS. Right-click and select Change. You want to choose the option to modify the installation. Expand the Visualize section. Ensure Visualize is ticked, and then either paste or enter your Visualize serial number. Click Next, and this will take you to your product selection page, where you'll need to ensure Visualize is checked. Click Next, and you may need to download additional files to install Visualize. If so, select Download and Modify. The first time you launch Visualize, it will ask where you want to locate your Visualize contents folder. Default location is in your documents. If you are planning on sharing the content folder between colleagues, you may want to set this to a network location. The first thing you want to do is change a few settings to optimize Visualize. We're just going to go through a few of the key settings. You can access your settings by going up to the top and selecting Tools and then Options. On the General tab, you can get the options to change the library paths for Visualize content that we have just set, if you decide to move these to a different location. Moving down to the 3D Viewport tab, in Visualize 2020, AMD graphics cards are supported. Depending on the graphics card that you are using, you can choose between NVIDIA or AMD as your render engine. I would advise setting your viewport resolution to fill window so that you can see your model clearly whilst working on it. Another thing you may want to change is the interactivity acceleration mode, which essentially affects the performance when rotating and working on the model. I'd recommend having it set to downscaled, which makes it quicker for you to rotate around as it's not trying to render the model whilst you're rotating it. For those of you that like to customize your interface, on the User Interface tab, you can choose between light and dark themes. You can also change the navigation mode when manipulating your model. For those of you familiar with using SOLIDWORKS, you'll want to set it to SOLIDWORKS CAD, as this allows you to manipulate the model using the same mouse controls. Thank you for watching. If you have any further questions, feel free to give us a call on our support line or drop us an email.